And we are back from the break, and the party has just arrived at the crescent world of Ginsel. And did you guys have any thoughts on whether you were just going to go straight to Costapen or if you were going to be heading somewhere else first?
I think we're going to Costapen.
Well, I guess my thoughts are we've got a big ship that's not easy to land. Was Costapen on the lake?
No, actually, it's not. It has it is on a river.
Right.
So water-based ships can land there, but otherwise, ships like yours would be landing in kind of a dry dock area.
Yeah.
They are a Spelljammer aware society,
Yes.
aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
And it's one of the
just
major
mean-
ports.
I just mean I'm wondering if we'd be better off parking our ship in orbit and going down on the shuttle.
That's up to you.
Probably be cheaper. Leave it up to you, Captain.
I think that's better since there is not that many places where a dolphin can land.
Yeah.
I mean, that is
Got
part
it.
of why you have the shuttle, so.
Yeah.
You're on the docking.
Got any thoughts, Finn, seeing it was your idea to come to your home?
So Finn would just point out roughly where his mother's house would be.
Yeah.
Closer we dock, the easier it will be.
Yeah, so your mother lives in Costapen is it's one of the smaller nations, but it is still a nation. It's not a city state. So she lives in a village. I think about like a day by road away.
So are we allowed? Oh, so not up the river. I was going to say, are we allowed to land somewhere that's not next to a port? Like if we got to go along a road, I guess that don't make any difference.
So, like, if you wanted to land somewhere else, you could probably take the flitter, but also like keep in mind that the flitter, like, if you're landing outside of one of the major ports or one of the like actual trading ports, like there's Costapen, Gord City, and Tarvin. Those are like the three big ports. Every place else, like every other capital, does nominally offer port facilities, but they're substantially less of what you'd be interested in and stuff like that. So like they'd be less able to repair ships and supply ships and things like that. But when you're talking about towns and villages, most of them do not have formal port facilities.
Right.
Unless they're on, they may have a dock if they're on a river or a lake or sea.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Finn's mother lives near basically a bog.
I would suggest that we would stop in all of the three major ports and offload some gems, since we still have quite a lot, and
that's true.
See if we could buy something like scrolls of restoration and potions of healing.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I was also wondering if Finn had anything planned for us other than visiting his family, like some sort of druid ritual to make the ship stronger or something.
Well, he does have plans to do something druid related, but he will be doing that on his own.
Okay. Yeah, what I meant is you don't need the ship.
Right.
All right, so I guess it's a choice between who wants to go down on the shuttle and who wants to go down on the flitter.
Well, Solas wants to go down, but he's still in the midst of spell research.
Same with Lafdul, he's stuck with spell research. I mean, the other players can sell the gems, they may not get a good reaction. That's me, though.
Ockar will stay on the ship to keep studying his law books. He doesn't really have a reason to go down to Ginsel.
Well, how long do you guys have to do to finish your spell research?
It depends on if we succeed on next roll or not.
Okay.
I'm at 31%, so then I'll go to 41, 51, 61 every week until I succeed. So yeah, I'm going to be busy, so someone has to sell those gems.
I'm on the next roll list against 57.
Well, I think we should at least drop Finn off so he can have time with his family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we can let our crew have potentially some offshore.
I'd like to join in on that and maybe do some asking around about the maze I'm looking for.
Well, if we're going to do shore leave, we're splitting the ship, we'd have to take the shuttle down. And
Finn will at this point suggest that just dock at Costapen and he'll just travel
That's fine.
since it's only a day's travel.
Yeah.
Old.
Mhm.
Would we be able to recruit Hurweti from here, since we did lost Hurweti during our time in this sphere, and we haven't been able to replenish our crew?
You'll probably need to do it at series. Ginsel
Okay.
is mostly humans with some demi-humans.
Okay.
I mean, there like I'll roll if you want to visit like each of the major cities. I'll roll. There might be some Hurweti that are looking to serve on a ship, kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay, I guess those of you that wanted to do spell research, again, have to stay in space with the
Yeah.
library.
I was planning on to anyway until I was done with my thing.
Well, you're also the person that's selling the gems, so
I mean, they're already cut. You just need to find someone that'll buy them at the price that, you know, what they're worth.
You know what? I'll go down and do some gem selling for Lafdul, since I've got good charisma. I can probably get a decent price for it.
Okay.
Lafdul will tell you how much they are worth.
Yeah. I mean, you may not get accurately what they're worth, but as long as you get a good price for them.
All right. So real fast. 44 days have passed. When is your next check, Lafdul?
49.
Okay, so you've got 5 days. And what about you, Solas?
6 days.
Okay. Okay. So you could spend like a day in the other two major ports, selling off gems, looking for Hurweti crew members, and then regroup and plan to go to Costapen and decide then what you guys want to do, kind of thing.
I don't mind losing a tiny bit of time, but it's what, every day you're off, you 2 days to make up?
Something like that.
If we went to Costapen first and dropped Finn off, and then did the other two, then he'd have more time with his family, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
So I think we should probably do it that way.
Okay.
Because the sooner we drop off Finn, the better for Finn.
He gets more time.
Does one of you have a spell for sending a message to people?
Solas.
I have.
Right.
Hey, Finn. You know, we could always try and softwood you down to the approximation of where you live.
Well, hang on, because I'm just trying to figure out the logistics of this. So, basically, Solas could if Ockar's going down, Solas can send a message to come back up and pick up the rest of us. Yeah, how does that sound?
To Finn, you mean?
Yeah. Well, no, Finn will be off with his family.
Right, but
Solas is on the ship. He's not with you.
Yeah.
What if hear me out here. What if there were, say, some sort of little mini adventure that I had planned out for the party to do when visiting Finn's family?
Okay.
We didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
fun.
No, I know.
Yeah, we're gonna buy some. We're gonna sacrifice a day and buy some gems. What's the worst that could happen, right?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to
So-
avoid that.
So
It's
let
just-
let
it is-
let's just say that
That's-
we go to the two other ports to sell the gems and see if there's any useful items we might buy. And then once me and Lafdul have succeeded in our research, we go visit Finn's family.
Okay.
Yeah.
That works.
I mean,
That's
the
fine.
mini adventure could be represented at least by me via my apprentice or something, unless it's high level or something.
Fair enough.
I mean, I had planned it out to be something
alright.
for, like, I mean,
So
it's
let's
not necessarily something that it needs all of you for and stuff like that. But I mean, so it had two purposes. Number one, have some more interaction with Finn's family. Two,
That's good.
get some more experience for the new players.
Yeah, considering what we're going up against.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with us going down there.
But
to
the
do
problem with waiting until Lafdul
Yeah.
and Solas are done is, like, you got another check in 5 and 6 days, and then
Might be longer than that. Yeah.
yeah, it
I
might
mean, can
go
we-
even longer than that. And even if you wait to go to Costapen until you visited the first two cities, that's still only 2 days.
I mean, I can send my apprentice, and Ockar has his apprentice. I mean, that should make up for me and Solas.
And that's-
well, it doesn't really. But
That's up to you guys. If Solas and Lafdul want to stay on the ship and research, that's fine. It's up to you.
How many days would I basically be taking back?
You have no
yeah,
idea.
that's the risk.
Depends on your role.
Well,
If-
it depends on how long it takes you to deal
let
with
me
stuff.
let me ask this way: if I go down, would I basically reset to the previous attempt on my level of attempt on my research? Like, would I lose would I lose the 10%?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I was kind of like, I'll just send my apprentice and
All
that's
right.
extra
Um,
duty power at best.
Well,
You can't really
well,
do much else.
Old, seeing as they do have apprentices, they could still be
I don't.
playing.
Well, I do.
You don't. Okay. You'll just have to make a Humolocus or whatever it's called quick.
Homunculus.
Homunculus.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
clone
yeah.
himself.
Knock one out.
I mean,
Simulacrum on a
again,
scroll?
like if I didn't plan it out to be something that had a high chance of, like, slaughtering you as a group or anything like that. I mean,
Yeah.
it is supposed to be a challenge that you guys will overcome. Like, everything that every adventure that I create is intended to be a challenge that you will overcome, but is still a
Yeah.
challenge, because obviously I want to keep the game going. If I didn't want to keep like, if I wanted to end the game, I could just send you guys against Tarasques.
Yeah. Well, I'm not trying to exclude you two from the game, but if you guys want to do research, we could
I'm
cross
fine
that
staying
bridge.
out, in all honesty. I'm content to just listen for once, because I've done loads of adventures.
Part of the problem is, like, I don't know how many sessions it's going to take. Like, there's supposed to be many adventures, but they
I
could
just get
take
time
a while.
off.
So
I'm honestly, I'm fine with it.
I guess I can pause the research, but let's just take the 2 days to visit the other port, so that I don't have that. I get a bit of a
An idea of what you would lose.
buffer into the research loss.
okay, keep in mind again that, like, your next goal is the grinder, so you're looking at, like, 16 days to get just into that inner sphere in the first place. So
Yeah, but I was going to see if I could have also learned some spells in Ginsel, but I'm willing to forego that.
that's
Okay.
true. That would be a little bit of a difficult thing.
Since I can't most likely go and ask someone to teach me a spell while I'm also researching a spell.
I will be generous, and I will let you both do an early check after the party goes down to Tarvin and Gord City. How's that?
Okay, that's fine.
And then you can decide from there.
I mean, we've got like items on our
I'm
characters that
using
we
a
could have
reroll
used
for
to.
the reroll for the check.
Sure, I'll do one as well.
Okay,
But
well,
it's our
let's
name.
let's handle the going to visit the cities first. All right, so you're gonna take the shuttle down, and Ockar is gonna be doing the selling, correct?
James? Are you there?
Ockar, you muted.
I think he said yes, but if
Yeah, he
Lafdul's
did
playing
say
this
yes
stuff,
because he has the highest charisma.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, in my absence, he would be the second best person because the only reason I do it is because I know the ins and outs of selling, so someone can't get a fast one over me, as it were.
Okay. So who else wants to go?
yeah, I'll go.
Okay. And
I'm
so,
going.
like maybe while Ockar is selling the gems, you're out looking for Harwadi crew members.
Yeah,
Ockar, you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I had somebody come in and ask me something.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Anyone else wants to go down on the shuttle?
Sure, just to look around.
Yep.
I would put a request that the party also looks if they can find scrolls with restoration on it, or potions of healing might be also something to buy.
Or even a resurrection in case one of us dies. I mean, I've got an elixir of life, but Leather had the other one. Funny enough, she got killed with it.
Well, technically, it was in the bag.
Yeah, which I wonder what
There we
happens
go.
to that bag.
who knows? It's not
Yeah,
Who knows?
not important right now.
But
Right.
yeah,
But-
if you could also look for those items while you are selling the gems and looking for the replacement crewman.
Okay.
As well.
we do have a lot of gems to trade for such a scroll.
And you wanted to go as well, Darrakar? I saw you.
I'm going as well.
Okay. Finn stepped away from keyboard, so I'll let him say if there was anything that he wanted to do when he comes back. Now, Tarvin is the largest city. Do you want to go there first?
Yeah, if we're leaving Costa Pinto last, then yeah, okay.
Okay.
We'll do it biggest first.
Let me go ahead and bring you guys over to a new thing.
Oh, not fair to the mind. Oh,
I actually have maps from the book.
oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm very
This-
confused by the shape.
This doesn't look familiar.
It was literally a case of like, hey, I had to, I got the new, the thing, I clipped it out of the PDF for that discussion. And I was like, might as well post it up on the game.
yeah.
So
we are.
So actually, thinking about it, you probably want to go to Gord City first because that is on the outer surface.
Right.
And then the capital of Yenderl. Some of the names on the map are incorrect. Yenderl and Kostapen are on the inner surface. So going to Gord City first is probably the
Okay.
wiser
There
thing.
we go.
Oh, I see how the map works. It took me a while to figure out. It's basically a face-on look at the.
Yeah. You got the inner surface, the outer surface, and then you got the side view crescent, which I don't think the
Yeah. And it's not a sphere with a bite taken out of it. It's more like a mini baby bell with a bite taken out of it. not that I'm advertising for Mini Baby Bell, but like,
I have no idea what
Wouldn't
that even is. So
Yeah, so
Wax cheese.
yeah,
The cheese with the wax on it.
oh, that all right.
Little
like-
round things.
round thing.
I mean, I don't know. Like I would need to like take a sphere and chop it, but I think like I mean it's a crescent, so a big chunk is
Yeah.
gone. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Someone with 3D modeling skills who wanted to play with this would be that'd be really cool to see what it would actually look like spin it around and stuff like that.
that would be yeah.
Be a little bit of a Tick episode where a bite was taken out of the moon.
All right, so Gourd City would be on the Paloma Sea, so like right around here kind of thing.
Right.
And you will head down there first. So let's see. So you're taking the shuttle, so that the docking fee will be 2 gold pieces per ton, so 40 gold. And that will offer water service.
Okay.
And Gourd City is a good size town, a good size city, and it has a very large market area. It is obviously a center of commerce, not just for the nation of Gourd, but also you know, you can see like couple hammer ships and you know, a number of other vessels that are clearly, you know, spelljamming vessels, as well as a few that probably came from other nations on Ginsel. So Ockar, selling off gems. Go ahead and give me a charisma check, please.
Okay. So to get below a 17.
Yes. All right, that's pretty good. What is your reaction adjustment?
+6.
Okay.
Only enough, Paladins are very likable.
Well,
So
we are required to have 17 charisma.
You have heard that the Ginsel merchants are some of the best merchants in the known spheres.
Got your work cut out for you, then.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. All right. So, let's see. Okay. So you are able to sell off. What do you have besides Lafdul? What do you guys have besides the large gems right now? You give rough gold piece value, like very rough. 1,000, 2,000, 8,000, that kind of thing.
Well, we have the acorns if we haven't already sold them. Each of those was like 100, except for the
Wait.
glass ones.
I just realised I was talking on mute.
No.
Yeah, the Spinal, Aquamarine, Chameleon, Chardonnay.
it was just.
I'm more
gold piece
wondering,
value.
like I'm trying to figure out. I need to figure out
1.8, something like that.
how much they're willing to buy. So, like, I could either have them buy a handful of the large gems, or like you could work on just selling off like
Okay.
all the little ones.
What we have is we have like 16 and 17 of the Jade and Amber acorns that are 100 each, and the 16...
acorns. We don't have.
You
They're
don't?
they're on the asteroid. That's the only things that are not.
Okay,
Just
then
post
we
stored.
have the 2 Spinels that are 100, the 3 Aquamarines which are 500.
All right, hold on. He sent me.
We don't have the acorns.
Okay.
Forget about the dusts that are on there.
Yeah.
Any acorns?
Do we not have the 20,000 emerald?
Okay, so then I'm just gonna.
But we don't want to sell that, or rather, I don't want us to sell that.
Okay.
All right, I'm going
At
to
least not
say
yet.
that they'll buy 6 of the larger value ones. So of any combination that you want to sell.
So
2 from each, or
it's up to you.
diamonds are the most valuable ones, but
Whatever you want to
two
sell.
from
If
each.
you want to sell emeralds, if you
also-
want to sell
we-
rubies, if you want to sell
we
mixture,
all-
6 of them.
We also have
A
more
lot
than
more
3
diamonds than
times
the others.
the diamonds than emeralds.
All
and
right,
the
6
rubies.
diamonds.
yeah, let's sell the
So-
6 diamonds.
Okay. Let's see.
What was it? 30,000.
All right.
Yeah, that means we get 30,000.
Wow.
Well,
split.
they will offer you 18,900 gold pieces.
So a bit over half.
Oh, because one there at the time, whether or not he thinks it is worth it.
Ockar, do
Can
you
I
want
do
to
it?
take that?
Can I do a counter offer?
This is basically the negotiation you've done.
Okay. I'll take it.
Okay.
Okay, fair
What
enough.
was it? 19. What? 19.
18,000
What?
something.
18,900.
18,900.
Don't forget there's 3 cities and you can't say no.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
we
we
have
also got a lot of
quite
gems.
of
So.
gems.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm taking it. We got plenty of gems.
Yep.
Same one.
Okay. So those are the gems that you were able to sell. Let me see if there are any Herwady. All right, how many Herwady do you need?
I think we lost
2,
only
wasn't
one.
it?
I think we
So
lost only one.
I thought
No,
it was
you
2 or
saved
3.
one.
I thought
Was
we
it
lost
2?
Yeah, I thought we just saved one and we lost like 4.
I thought we lost 2 and we
no,
saved one.
No, we didn't lose 4. Definitely not 4. It was 1 or 2.
I have it marked down on my list that we lost 3.
I got
Okay.
3. I
Okay.
got 3.
Oh,
3
okay.
Dave,
It was
as well.
4. It was 4 that went down and we saved 1. Okay.
One was saved.
Okay. So Braxon, you can hire 1 replacement. He's going to be 5th level, same as the others.
Okay.
Like you go around checking their skills and stuff like that. You do find one that fits what your requirements are.
Oh yeah, because we're not just taking any bog standard Hawaii.
Right.
Oh, well, even one's better than none. So.
I mean, there will be a higher chance that you'll be able to get more at series. It's just that here you're only able to get 1.
Well, we got 2 other ports.
Yep. All right. So, Finn, you were looking for some gifts for your mother. Anything in particular that you're looking for?
Something that represents nature in some way.
Okay. You could always buy like a piece of jewelry.
Yep.
Okay. So you can decide what it looks like, and how much are you wanting to spend on it?
Like 500 gold.
Okay. So that you're looking at either silver with some more valuable like garnets, or gold with some less valuable stones like blue quartz or something like that, and in a form that you like. Or it could be like polished carnelians, gold with polished carnelians to make petals of a flower, that kind of thing. And you can decide what it looks like. and what its general makeup is.
Okay. Probably a brooch with a representation of a tree.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you spend 500 gold on that. All right. Anyone else who went down? Is there anything that you want to do in Gourd City? It's a fairly standard town in terms of what's available.
I want to ask around about the Maze of Keftos, see if I can find someone who knows something about it.
Okay, let me go ahead and give me a charisma check.
Okay. Okay, this will be fun.
It's not your dump stat, is it? Totally.
No, but it's my other dump stat.
Big gruff Minotaur, show them how it's done.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's give this a try. Okay, so what did it give me?
That's pretty good.
That is a pass from
All right.
my stat.
Oh,
and what is your
was the
charisma?
score?
9.
Yeah, that's good.
That's pretty good then. It's close.
All right. Unfortunately, no one has heard of the Maze of Keftos.
That is okay.
But you're pretty sure that, like, short of very obscure, library-related things like having to do actual research, like, you ask around some places where, some scholar libraries and things like that, and you're pretty confident that short of like a really obscure thing, you're not going to find any information here.
Okay.
Okay.
A suggestion, if you want. You could see
Sure.
if there are any books, some generic books on mazes and stuff. Just because people don't know doesn't mean it wasn't written down.
Well, that is a good question. Are there any books of legends with regards to mazes? Perhaps something
Not with that
Great
level
Sprays?
of specificity.
Got it. Okay.
Do you know what planet the maze
Worth
is
a
on
try.
that you're looking for?
I have no idea. That's part of the problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
The point is that we don't even know which crystal sphere it is.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
trial
I
for
wasn't
him,
sure if
so-
you had any sort of way to narrow it down, but okay.
Yeah. Not yet.
You might need legend lore or something to try and.
It's not. It's like it might be something that Old is planning on as an adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Well, we have to find out where it is before we can even go on it.
Or even if it's even on the prime material plane.
I wouldn't expect it to be that much of an issue.
Yeah. It's going to be on the prime material plane. You would not have. You would not be thinking that it's going to be outside of the prime material plane. It just would not even occur to you that it would not be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is Spelljammer, not Planescape.
Right. It is entirely possible that some planner-related things may happen, but yeah, I'm not planning on taking you to like actual planner adventures because it's Spelljammer, not Planescape.
Exactly.
All right. Any supplies that you want to purchase here, Braxon? Because it's pretty standard priced. Obviously, you're going to be going to Tarvin and Costapen, so you could wait if you wanted as well.
I got asked to look for the healing and resurrection stuff.
Okay.
So
Restoration.
You're definitely not going to get any scrolls of that nature. None of that is going to be available, and you do not, asking around for like apothecaries and stuff like that, there are no potions of that specific nature that you want.
Did we look for protection from undead scrolls or just resurrection?
If there aren't any potions of healing available, you're not going to find anything else better, more substantial than that.
Fair enough.
Like, if potions of healing, if you cannot find anyone selling even, 2 potions of healing, you're not going to find anything more powerful than that. That's
enough.
that's like the bare minimum.
Hmm.
Okay. So with that, you can head back to space and head to Yenderl, Tarvin City, if you want. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Tarvin is much larger, and it is going to be located just about here on the Mountain Fast Sea. And
Right.
once again, same docking fee. So for the shuttle, 40 gold pieces.
Right.
And that is going to be a day has passed for that one, that first one as well.
Or a day for both the ports.
Yeah, it is, but you're only just getting to the second port now, so.
Yeah.
All right. So once again, let me first see about the gems.
What's the second city called?
Tarvin.
Tarvin.
Yeah, and this is
Tarvin.
Tarvin. Yeah. And this is a larger city. It is the largest city on Ginsel. And you actually do see the swan ship that you encountered in Wild Space as you do pull into the port. And there you can see like some dry docks and shipyards for repairing vessels, and of a pretty considerable, relative size. So they definitely do get a lot of traffic. And there is also an arcane outlet if you want to purchase anything from the arcane.
Okay.
Ooh.
And 7 of the larger gems you can sell here.
I just get rid of the diamonds again.
Okay.
Keep it easy.
So, Ockar, charisma check, please.
Okay. Ooh, that's over.
Okay. All right. So I'm not going to be taking
infamous.
your.
If my reaction bonus helps at all, it's reaction adjustment +6.
Right. So for this, I'm failing a charisma check means that I'm not taking into account your reaction adjustment.
Okay.
And that
Getting
is
the
going
base.
to be. Okay.
Yeah, I'm feeling anything an 18 or higher.
Legendary, what was it? Ginsel merchants are.
Yep. Yeah. So the merchants here, they
picking you apart.
yeah, they kind of pick you apart. They are offering 20,650 for the 7. Which comes out to about 29.50 for each gem.
Yep. You're the one there. I can't influence it.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Oh. All right, I'll add the gems back on then. Okay.
That's fine. All right, so you decide to take your business elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see, and then let me check to see if there is any weighty available. No, none that meet your criteria.
Okay.
Um,
Braxon also wanted to go have a chat with the person in charge of the swan ship.
Okay. So you meet the halfling captain of the swan ship.
Yeah, no, like Braxton introduce himself, say our ships bumped into each other in wild space and what ship he's from.
Okay.
And say hello and say he's looking for a Haddazee crew member and
Hawaii.
the Hawaii crew member, and is there any Hawaii on the asteroid they came from?
They will tell you that no, they came from a farming asteroid that is populated by halflings. Other than just common trade, they don't have facilities for like mercenary crews and such like that. So no, they don't have any. Short of a ship like crashing, they never get sailors staying over kind of thing.
Okay. And Braxon will thank them for their time, and say if they see us around the sphere and they need any help, give us a yell.
They will say thank you for the offer. Okay, so anything else that you guys want to purchase here or look for?
I don't know if any of you guys would be able to afford anything from the arcane, but might be worth a visit. You go first, so Cape.
I was just thinking I'd try asking around here too.
Okay, give
in
me
this
a charisma
particular
check.
city. Yeah. Let's see here. Aye. All right. Okay. It's-
And remember, you can always hit the up arrow in the box, and it'll go back to previous rolls you've done. On
Keep that in mind. Okay, I think I did that wrong, so I will try that. Let me see. Okay, no, that's not it. I'll just do this. No, it's working.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So you ask around, but you don't get any information. It's a bare, a bare failure, barely a failure of the check, but close enough that if there was any
Yeah.
information, you'd have to spend a few extra days here to continuing to ask around, kind of thing.
Yeah, and I don't get the sense that there is.
No.
Okay. Good enough.
All right, and you wanted to check about scrolls and potions of healing.
Yes, please.
There are none.
Okay. Braxton's going to go to the arcane, and I can't remember the place we're going to, but Braxton would remember. It was on the map. I'm like, I don't need to remember the name of it. We're on a different map now.
You mean the Dark Star?
The Dark Star, yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, Braxton will go to the arcane and introduce himself and say, we're going to the Dark Star to take on some evil forces, and I'm wondering if they have any items that may be of use to us.
So you deal with some Rastipede salesmen, and they have a number of things on offer, but they're pretty general as opposed to like specific undead combating items.
Yeah.
So nothing that really grabs your interest.
Fair enough.
So it would just be like, Mage Shot, Helm Seekers, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we kind of need like the equivalent of Mage Shot that's like does disrupt undead or something.
Yeah, and unfortunately, no one seems to have invented anything like that.
Yeah, so I think one of our clerics needs to research that quickly. That'd be really useful.
Well, a simple item that I could would check for would maybe at a friendly lawful good type temple for holy water, just regular vials of holy water with
There would be vials of holy water if you want any, 25 gold pieces each.
Oh, perfect. I'll get a few of them.
Okay.
Let's see, 5 should be plenty.
Yeah. And that is, like, you would know enough that you would want to save those for stronger undead, not like zombies, skeletons, that kind of thing.
Yeah. I can easily smash zombies or skeletons. They're not a real threat.
Yeah. Except in numbers.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Do you want to pick up any supplies here, Braxon?
Well, like ship supplies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be useful to do that.
I mean, I don't know what your supply situation is. You guys keep track of that, so.
Yeah, I'll check it a bit later and work it out.
Okay. I mean, if you want to, like, in between sessions, you can look and decide whether you need that. You'll be here, and certainly you can say that you got it at either of these places. Lumber is normal price, so 50 gold pieces per whole point worth. And food and regular supplies are standard prices as well.
Everything's standard.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Finn, did you want to look for a present here, or were you happy with just the one that you got?
I'm happy with just the one.
Okay. All right. Anyone else want anything here? Okay, I'll take that as a no. So you head back into orbit. So that'll be the second day, and I will allow Lafdul and Solas to roll again for their spell research.
I'm using a reroll.
Okay.
Yeah, do I have a reroll or not? I can't remember.
Well, both succeeded.
Lafdul, you do have a reroll.
I'll use one, I guess. I've only got 31%, but never know. Nope.
You needed a 31.
Mm-hmm.
You got a 34.
No, it's not my apprentice, so.
I'll give it to you with a 34, just so you guys can. That's fine.
That's inciting how important Lafdul is.
It's more like, because I don't know how many sessions you guys will take on this. Like,
Yeah,
and
Well,
it's not like
perfectly
so.
fine to sit this out.
Right, so it's not just like, and that's not a comment on whether you guys are slow or not. I'm not commenting on that. I don't know how long you guys will want to spend on these things, how long it will take you to do these things, and stuff like that. So I would feel bad if you were like literally sitting out for many sessions. You know, like I don't think it's just going to be one.
right.
That's why I was content just to send my apprentice. I would be there. I wouldn't be very good, but he would still be there, as it were.
Right. But it's more that I would just like. I think it would be more fun
Don't
and
send the cannon
interesting
fodder.
if your characters are actually there and
The-
rather than you just sitting out kind of thing. So
Oh,
The problem-
Yeah, that's fun.
The problem
Not
is now
complaining.
solved.
okay. All right, so you make your way to Costapen. Costapen is basically like on, like this end of the country, and Finn's mother lives near the border here. And let's see, you guys see the arrow that I'm doing?
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, I actually did it, and it should be about pretty close to the actual distance. So, like, Costapen is about 100 miles across, give or take. This unnamed area here, you see that there's a bunch of unnamed countries. That's obviously for, like, the Dungeon Master to name things. So this area here is called the Martyrine Marches, and it's like a kind of a semi-wilderness area with little baronies dotted here and there. A very loose nation. Like, all of the barons theoretically answer to one overlord in that whole region. But it's very loose. So it's a very disorganized, kind of in a lot of ways, a wild place and stuff like that. So the village that she lives in is kind of on the border there.
Right.
And actually, given the distance, it would be more than just one day to get there. But there would be you'd be able to like sail up a river, like either catch a ride on a boat or take your ship up part of the way. But it is a river, so it would be more like barges and things like that to get closer, and then get there in basically a day.
Can we sell gems in the Costapen capital?
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll let you guys do that. But I wanted to give you an overview of what Costapen is going to be like.
Are you short on money, Solas?
No, but it's still a port we are stopping, so why not try to sell?
Yeah, that's fine. It just seems like you are leaning into it a lot.
We have so many gems to offload.
Right, and there have been ports you guys have gone to that you could have sold things and no one thought about it. So
I know, and it's good that he's remembering.
Right.
Yeah, it's not a complaint.
So Finn, so your mother lives near a bog. She, like a kind of marshland. You tell the party that she makes her living cutting peat. That is then used to heat places during the winter and used in forges and often sold in other parts of Costapen and across the border in the Martyrine Marches and stuff like that. So that's what her job is. That's what she does for a living there.
Yep.
So you do go ahead and land in Costapen. Again, it's going to be 40 gold pieces to dock for the docking fees. And Lafdul, did you want to sell the gems, or did you want to let Ockar do it?
I'd probably do it because I would have less. I mean, I'm not as charismatic as Ockar, but I'm more knowledgeable about them if they're trying to pull a fast one on me.
Yeah, you know more about gems.
And plus, I will surreptitiously cast no customs because I know how hard this has been for Ockar.
Okay.
So give me at least another +1.
So you do know that haggling hard is the way to go.
Oh.
All right. So go ahead and give me a charisma check.
I was
hoping that was going to be a 20. Hoping that was going to be a 20.
I was like, yeah, this place is legendary for their merchants.
You get down there and you're like Ockar just doesn't know how to deal with merchants. That's why he didn't
Lafdul
get
just
that good
leave.
price. And then you get in and you get to the haggling and you're like pulling out your hair, just like eyes huge, like, oh my god, I had no idea.
Ockar's just standing smug in the corner.
I would start employing magic at that point, you know. I'm going to use my talents I'm given.
So what is your charisma adjustment, reaction adjustment, please?
+5, I think. 15.
Isn't this where
I
you
need to check.
Isn't this where you used to do inverted ethics on people?
Yeah, it depends on the situation.
Right.
What is my reaction? Reactions +3, so +4 with the no customs.
Okay. All right. So they're willing to buy 5 of the high-value gems.
Diamonds.
Okay, with no customs, you are able to get a pretty good price. So you're getting $39.50 each. So 19,750 total for those 5.
Sorry, 19.
19,750 for the 5 gems.
Oh. You got that, Finn, or do you want me to type it out?
Finn, did you get that?
Yeah, I got it.
Got it. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, with the no customs, you had a good insight on getting your haggling down, and got a good price. I mean, like, that's about the same price that Ockar got for 6, and slightly under what he was
7.
offered for 7. So
Yeah,
that's pretty solid.
Drop around, as it were.
Okay. So did you want to try and sail the dolphin shuttle up the river to get closer, or did you want to take a higher passage on a barge?
If we're not going to get all the way there, we're going to have to leave the ship and.
You're not going to get all the way there regardless. So it's but you're not sure on how far up the ship can go versus a barge.
I think we'd ask Finn, because Finn would know whether we're better off just striking straight across land or whatever.
Finn would advocate for going straight across land because he does get a bonus if he's guiding the group.
So let me rephrase. So you have to go up the river for a time to get closer, and then cross over land to basically get there in a day.
I think it would be best to go on a barge, and then Finn guides us the rest of the way when we have to go on shore.
Yeah,
that works.
Okay.
Instead of getting our own ship, since that way we aren't risking our own ship.
Now, do you want to send your ship back to the Dolphin and have do a sending when you're ready to be picked up?
Yeah.
Or what?
Yeah, I'd say that.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Also, Braxon, let me see if there's a Haredi that you can hire here. I forgot.
Yay!
Oh, yeah. In fact,
he's legendary.
With a roll of 1 on a D100, you will get you can get back to your full complement.
Oh, nice.
Oh, they twins.
Thank you.
No, but
you
do you find 2 rather than 1.
Are there any healing items on sale?
No, there are not.
Yeah.
Shame. It might dictate the spells that I take for traveling, because we're going across the river, then walking.
You're
Am I
going
to
up a
understand?
river and then walking, yeah.
Up a river is in
We
walking
are going
alongside
on
it,
a
or
No, on a barge.
Alright.
with the upriver.
I was gonna say, because I do have the trade steed spell for traveling along water, but
No, let's just hire a barge that goes up and down the river. Or
Okay.
by passage on one.
Yeah, otherwise it's going to take you longer. Like you have to go up the river if you want to get there in a day.
mhm.
I would think there is a barge pretty much going up
Yes.
and down the river every day.
You're just hiring on one of the normal cargo barges. Okay. So for passage, that is going to be a silver piece of each for passage.
Mhm.
Finn will cover that for everyone.
Okay.
Thanks, Finn.
Oh, how kind of you.
How many
Nice.
total is that?
So is Ingritha and Loire coming?
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to get experience. So
Okay, so 9.
Is Biomove coming?
I was planning on taking Beowulf along too.
Then that would
Does
be
he
10.
count?
Yeah, he would be 10. They'd be like, oh, I guess
Good,
he
that
can
makes it easy.
go into this pen where we normally put horses. So yeah, so that'll be.
I mean,
That's
it
not
is
even
like
gold. Even gold then.
Beowulf's a good dog. He won't eat the horses.
Much.
Okay. All right. So you do end up getting to the village of Aberdale, which is where
how long of a travel was that?
Finn's mother lives. So basically, you spend a day in Costapen, and then like leave early morning the next day.
Get the barge.
Take the barge and then walk overland a few miles to get to the village itself.
Oh, if it's only a few miles. I was going to cast a spell, but if it's only a few miles,
It's only a few miles. Like I mean, it basically just long enough to get you there in the evening.
Plus, with Finn guiding, our travel time is increased by 1/6.
Yeah, I was thinking about casting Easy March.
Because Finn
Doesn't
knows
matter.
all the shortcuts.
Yeah, you would do, because home territory as well.
So Finn, you get to the village. It's like the sun is already set. You know, you're just getting a little bit of the last lingering bits of twilight before night fully hits. You know that your mother is not going to have space to put everyone up, so there is an inn in town. Would you direct
Or a
the
camping
party
town.
to the inn while you go visit your mother, or what? How do you want to
I would have
handle
gone
it?
camping.
You really want to go camping next to a bog?
Yeah, Solas is
Mm.
going to be taking
Braxton's.
a
Finn will
room
highly
from the
recommend
inn.
the inn.
All right.
I was gonna suggest the end too.
If the druid's saying don't camp in the bog, then there's probably a good reason for it.
Braxton's quite stingy, and he's going for the inn.
I mean, it's also more of a like. I mean,
Lafdul was just thinking for some outside times. He's been on a ship for so long, but then when he was saying how bad it was, he's like, all right, fine. The inn it
Remember
is."
the time you decided to sleep out on the deck of the ship?
Yeah, well, I
in a
was guiding the
rainstorm?
ship.
so part of the problem is that like there are some woods nearby, but basically like the village has in its immediate area it has farms and the bog. So like there are some small woods, but they're like on the other side of the farms kind of thing. So you'd be pretty far from everyone else unless everyone was camping with you, and even then you'd be pretty far from where Finn's mother is. The inn at
That's
least
all right.
puts you, centrally located.
No, we go to the inn.
All right. So the the inn is the flip of the coin, and it's going to be an average quality inn. They will offer you beds. You can either choose to, like choose a communal room, or they have some individual rooms with 2 beds each. And they can get an extra cot in there. Lankas, you could easily have a cot in one of the rooms with 2 other people, kind of thing.
Okay.
Darrakar, you're larger than they typically have. This is not a place that gets like GIF very often, so you're going to be a little uncomfortable in a human-sized bed.
Okay.
They definitely have not seen a Minotaur through here, probably in forever.
Just take the mattress and sleep on the floor.
You could do
That's
that.
kind of what I was thinking, yeah.
You could do that. So you go into the flip of the coin. Finn, are you just like directing the party to the inn and then going off on your own, or are you going in with them?
Well, I know where to find him, so I'll probably just go straight to my mother's house.
Okay, so we'll handle the party getting settled in the inn first, and then head over to you. So that is going to be, so they very uncomfortably are willing to put Beowulf up in the stables. The stable girl is young child of about like 10 years old, and is both fascinated and very afraid of Beowulf. They will take your assurance that he will not harm the horses, but they put him in like the far stall, so there's like 3 stalls between other horses that are in the stable.
Finn is so tempted to cast Gift of Speech on him right now.
To be fair, I left the thought process of me just going around as like a wolf, a regular wolf or something, just stirring up trouble. It's such a terrible thing to do for his hometown.
Solas decides to treat Beowulf since he has to stick in such a tight spot for the night and go and buy soup bone for Beowulf.
I mean, it's not like a tight space. They're just like keeping him away from the horses, just in case.
Yeah, but still Solas is
Long
going
as
to buy
he's
soup bone
satiated.
for Beowulf.
Okay, and then
Maybe.
you go into the inn. So there's going to be 8 of you. How many rooms do you want?
Was it 2 persons per room or can you fit more comfortably?
Generally 2 per room, unless you want to just get into the like have everyone in the common area.
I think 2 persons per room.
Yeah, that's fine. I can pay for me and my apprentice.
Actually, Lankas and Darrakar would be a good fit in one room then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, one extra large, one extra small.
One big, one small.
One small. Yeah, one extra
Solas
small,
and
one
Braxon
extra
share
big.
a room since Ockar is most likely sharing with his apprentice.
Okay.
Okay. So you get 4 rooms. That'll be a silver piece each per night. Per room.
Is that a silver piece per room, or
that's a silver piece per room?
Pieces?
Yeah, no.
Right.
And that includes meals, but not drinks, other than water.
How much is it for stabling Beowulf?
Right, and that'll be, because he's a wolf, they're actually going to charge you a gold piece per night. Because they're like, this is very unusual, so we got to charge you a lot more than we would normally charge, which would be a silver piece.
How much for a big juicy soup bone for a Beowulf?
Just a copper piece.
Yeah, I was like, can't you just like swing it in your favor? I could say that Beowulf will defend your horses should they be attacked. You know, it should be free of charge.
No, I'm not gonna haggle with the innkeepers, especially since I'm putting them in a bit of an unusual situation. I'd rather just give them the extra money to help them out.
Yeah.
Also, it's not that big of a cost that it would bankrupt you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is like they would normally feed the horses hay and stuff, and they can't do that with Behemoth.
Right.
They'd have to go out and get him some meat.
Mhm.
So,
I
like,
mean, I feel like a. Sorry, finish.
Horse bone.
well, as I say, it's not impossible, but someone has to go off and do stuff they don't normally do, so
Yeah.
it'd be more awkward for them.
Mhm.
I mean, there's also just the upcharge for what if it eats a sheep or a horse? We need to be able to cover that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. So while you guys are getting settled in, checking out your rooms before heading down to eat, Finn, you head to where your mother lives, only to discover that she's not living in that house anymore.
Oh. Where's she gone off to?
So you ask around and learn that your older brother has actually moved back. He had, like last you'd heard, he'd taken some service with a minor aristocratic family in Costapen. Not really sure what he was doing. You just heard that he got a job, like in the city kind of thing, with one of the wealthy families. And he has moved back and actually purchased a nearby orchard.
Oh.
And growing Ginsel berries, which are kind of like pears that taste like cherries.
Oh,
Oh, good on him then.
interesting.
And so she's actually moved in, and so now they live together in the same house.
Well, then I'll head that way.
Okay. So it's just outside of town. It's a nice, well-ordered orchard. Not too large, but enough to, the income is enough to support a small family and have a little bit of extra income kind of thing. And you've not sent any messages that you'd be coming home, right?
Right.
Okay.
So I just go up and knock on the door.
All right. So your brother Shay opens the door and it gives like a double take and says, "Finnel'ar, is that you?"
Hello, Shay. It's been a while.
"Oh, it's good to see you." And he gives you a great big hug and shouts inside, "Mother, your other son is here!" And brings you into to the house. You quickly realize that Shay is not married. Like there's no one else in the house other than him and your mother. Your mother comes out from the kitchen. You realize that they've probably just finished eating. She was doing some cleaning, and drying her hands on a towel, which she just tosses aside and like runs up to you and gives you a great big hug, and says, "Oh, Finnel'ar, it's been too long. You sent no word that you were coming."
Well, I was in the area. Figured I'd give you a surprise.
"Oh, this is quite a surprise." You can see like she's got little teary-eyed, and together they say, "Come on in and have a seat. We have some leftovers from dinner if you'd like something."
Oh, that would be wonderful.
So it's just a bit of like, bit of meat pie left over. Serves you up some and sit around the table and generally kind of catch up on what's going on. Your mother is looking a little bit older than last time, and she of course looks older than she is by your years. But after catching up, they're eager to find out what's been going on with you. So you know,
Oh, that'll take more than just a night.
for the details certainly, but you can give them a quick rundown.
Yep.
Is there anything in particular that you like focus on, or anything like
I
that?
mentioned the ship and the crew, and that we've traveled to many spheres and seen lots of different worlds.
Oh, your companions are here in town with you as well? You'll have to bring them
Yeah,
by. We'd love to meet them.
Oh, I'd be happy to bring them by. Perhaps in a couple days.
Indeed, indeed. Oh,
Since I do have something I have to do tomorrow.
What is that?
Since I'm in the area, I should go and visit my grove.
Ah, yes, yes. Understood, understood. They don't really know that much about that. It was definitely your thing. But
I'd basically describe it like, a priest going to their temple.
yeah, they understand it as that.
Yep.
But they don't know what really goes on there or anything like that. And they also don't pry because it's not their business. They feel like you would tell them if it was something that they needed to know or something like that.
Yep.
You would also be asking how they're doing, and you learn that Shay got a little money from his work in Costapen and decided to move back here, buy this orchard, and you'd also learn that he's been considering asking one of the miller's daughters for marriage. He's certainly getting old, like many of your peers from down in Zin would have been married for years by now, kind of thing. But he was often in the city. He doesn't really talk about what he was doing there, but it was something that got him some money, certainly. Is there anything in particular that you'd want to ask them?
Just how they've been, how things are going.
So there's definitely something that they're, I don't know, perhaps reticent to talk about.
Well, I'll probably push on that then to get them to talk about it.
So you would learn that there's been some strange goings on the past number of months, and this isn't the town that you grew up in. For viewers and for the other players, they'll eventually learn. You grew up in the country of Zin, which is much further south, and you can tell that some of the events that led to them, your family leaving there, there's some things that worries your mother and your brother going on nearby. Apparently, there's been some people who've gone missing, and your mother and your brother are worried that rumors might start similar to what led you guys to leave Zin.
Uh-huh. Well, perhaps my friends and I might be able to find out something about that.
Oh, I'm sure it's nothing for you to worry about. They've probably just gone to visit family or something of that nature, your mother
Still,
says.
a few inquiries wouldn't hurt. Just to be safe.
Oh, sure, but don't go to any trouble. You can tell that she's a little bit worried about rumors starting or something like that. Now, while you are, catching up with your family, the rest of the party back in the inn, Would you guys go down to the common room to get a meal? It's part of what you paid for.
I probably
Yeah.
would also to get
Quick-
also to like buy like a drink or so and like get like a feel of what's going on in the area.
Okay.
Quickly, two things that we forgot to do. That if possible, could we retcon?
Sure. What?
We had the cargo consignment for Kostopen,
Oh yeah. You guys
Oh,
would have
yeah,
taken
yeah.
care of that.
and also I had stuff to deliver for the seekers in Kostopen,
Yeah, that would have been taken care of.
and I would have asked if they have anything for series.
They would not since you're not immediately leaving and you're not really sure how long you'd be here. They would not have anything for you. So
Yeah, not immediately, but if they have something that they
right.
need to send.
So you'd want to ask
when
later.
are we leaving? Okay.
Is what I'm getting at.
I would have also mentioned that we are planning on going to Darkstar.
Okay. They would not really have anything to share in the time that you were there. Maybe on if you go back.
Yeah.
Well, when you
Yeah,
go back.
I would ask if they have anything that if they could check if they have anything about it while we are.
Yeah, just make a
here.
note to check in again when you get back.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys go down and get served some food. They have a few different offerings: some stew, some shepherd's pie, some meat pie, plenty of fresh bread, and you can get either ale or beer if you're thirsty. Each of those are 2 copper pieces each.
Shepherd's
I
pie
will
and
buy-
ale sounds great.
I will buy a round for the whole party.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Okay.
Suspicious of Solas. He clearly wants us to get us drunk.
I mean, you can decline if you want.
Why, thank you.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So you is anyone declining?
No.
No.
not me.
Nope.
I'll be the last to drink mine.
Okay. So because they're the same price, it's basically just ale or beer, whichever my companions want, kind of thing. Souls.
Right. Brax is going to
Yeah.
say, how much does it cost if I have half a tankard of ale topped up with half a tankard of beer?
Wow, mixing your drinks.
So that'll be 16 copper pieces, and the waitress will be like, give you an odd look and say, we can do that for you if you want.
It costs 16 instead of just
No, that's for the whole. That's for Solas buying the
right.
round for everyone.
Okay, sorry.
Like if you want a mixed drink of half ale and half beer, sure, they'll pour those together if that's what you want.
Yeah.
I mean, some beers do mix well together as with ale and such.
All right, let me see if these do mix. High or low?
Low.
Okay, these apparently do mix well. You like it, Braxon?
Yeah.
It shouldn't work, but it does.
I mean, like I said, in a real life, some
To be
do mix well
fair,
together.
I have experimented and I have found unusual combinations that I wouldn't have thought worked, but do work.
Yeah. Sometimes mixtures of different beers and ales can work quite well.
Yeah.
They can complement each other.
Yeah.
It's
Bra-
not a common thing that every beer and every ale work together, but some can.
Yeah. Brax is going to say to any of the barmaids or the publican that looks suspicious, this is wonderful. Thank you very much. Have a sniff if you want.
They'll still be very strange. However, Braxon, you do that, and a farmer also in the common room, a little tipsy. Says, "Hey, I'll try that. He seems to like it. Give me one of them." He takes a sip and
You started
says,
a fad.
That is good." And he comes over and sits down next to you, Braxon, and holds out his hand. You've introduced me to something new. Let me shake your hand.
Braxton's going to shake his hand.
All right. So he kind of asks you some just kind of like making idle chit chat, get to know you, and being friendly and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, Braxton would talk about when he was young, coming from an asteroid that made all sorts of food and stuff for drinks and stuff, and we'd often try things like this. And sometimes he'd grin and say, sometimes it was terrible beyond belief, but other times it was wonderful.
Yes. Well, it's always good to find something new, especially when tensions are up about in the world. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to take a load off and have a good drink and some time with friends.
Yeah.
I'd heard that at Loresian, they might be scouting to attack. Been kind of worried about that.
Oh,
Some
really?
people
That's...
have gone missing. They
That-
might have gotten too close to their scouting forces. Maybe they're luring people out with magic to see if the Prince of Costapen here has gotten any forces on alert.
Is that the next country?
You don't really know much about the nations here on Ginsel.
Oh, no, Brax is asking.
Unfortunately, oh, you're asking him.
Yeah.
So he'll give a bit of a meandering response, but enough that you learn that Loresian is on the outer surface, but it's on the
Right.
border.
Okay.
So like they would have to cross over the brink and through the Martarine marches to get to Costapen, but there's some.
So like if Brax has finished eating his meal, he's going to be using his plate, going so like we're here and they're there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could almost imagine Braxton folding the plate if it was like a tin plate.
It's not. It's just crockery.
No, I don't think Braxton folds plates. He's not Uri Geller.
It's crockery. That's not going to be metal.
No pewter?
I mean, some of the mugs might be pewter, but crockery's a lot easier and cheaper to come by.
Braxton doesn't deliberately damage people's plates when he eats in their restaurants.
Yeah.
Come on, you got all those coppers to throw away
most
now.
of plates and bowls are going to be either clay or wood.
Anywho, Brax is going to see if he can fish more information out of this guy about the history of Costapan and the other place. And like, has any one of his friends gone missing? That sort of stuff.
Yeah. So he'll say yeah, at first I'd have thought Dell and Mirlo had run off together. Everyone knew they had eyes for each other. Old Prester has family down south, and he might have gone to visit them, but they've all been gone for months with no word. Yeah, no, I think it's them Loresians. They're out and about, planning to attack or something. That's what I think. But thank you for introducing me to this drink. I'd probably best be getting on home.
Okay. One question before you go: the Lord of Costapan does he live near here?
No. He lives down in Costapen, the city.
Ah, right.
Since the farmer told us that something strange is going on, Solas is basically once he has finished with his drink, going to go to the bar to order another, and also ask around what's going on, what's news in here.
Okay.
Lafdul's gonna do something as well.
All right. Well, let's focus on one person at a time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the proprietor of the inn, he says, let's see. So how exactly are you kind of phrasing what you're asking?
I'm phrasing it like that the farmer mentioned that there's something strange has been going on, and what it might be, and should we as a travelers be worried?
Okay. So he will say, let's see. He'll say, I wouldn't give him no mind. He gets a little in his cups. I bet some monster has come down through the marches from the brink. Maybe one of those giant bugs that burrows up and eats people. My great-grandpappy told me about a time some of them ravaged the outlying farms until they had to hire some people to take them out. It was many years ago now, though.
I see, but there has been people that has been gone missing.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it happens from time to time. It's a little unusual to have
True.
so many in such a short time, but that's probably why it would be one of the monsters.
How many do you has gone missing?
So you'd have heard of the three from the over here in the
Farmer.
the farmer.
Okay.
And he mentions those three, and he also says that there's a fourth one who's gone missing as well.
Oh, that is a bit worrisome if they have that many people have gone missing in such a short time.
Well, it has been over the course of a few months.
Yeah, but still. How often do you get problem with the monsters?
Well, they mostly you mostly find them in the marches. That's one of the reasons why it's there. But here in Costapen, we don't have to worry too much about them. It's the closer you get to the brink that's a problem.
I see. You said that previously during your granddad's time there was this burrowing insects. Do you remember any of the stories describe how the insects looked?
Oh, no, just giant bugs of some sort that burrow up and eat you. Played havoc with
You
the farmers. Got into their cattle and sheep and such.
Has any cattle gone missing?
Yeah, no, now that you mention it, it's kind of strange. I can't think of too many that have.
That is strange. You'd think that a monster would quite as easily prefer cattle to people.
Well, you know, it could be that maybe a necromancer's moved into the hills or the forest nearby. Could be abducting some people for evil experiments. They're known to do that, aren't they?
Yes, those evil necromancers can do quite strange things. We have had some encounters with things like that, adventurers as we are.
All right. So while you're chatting with the tavern keeper, Lafdul, is there something that you wanted to do?
No, let's just make that.
There are other people in the common area.
Yeah, no, as that overly friendly person was giving me the wrong vibe check, so I am stalking him to make sure he does actually go home.
Okay, so you're actually going to leave the tavern and follow him?
Uh-huh.
Okay. let's see. Are you trying to once are you trying to slip out kind of surreptitiously and follow him, hiding in shadows, moving silently, kind of thing?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Although I would be wearing my armor, unfortunately, so my hide in shadows isn't as good.
I mean, you can always just go invisible.
Yeah, no, I would have given my apprentice my braces for this mission while we're traveling. So.
Okay. So what is your hide in shadows, and what is your move silently?
85 for move silently, 65 for hide in shadows.
Okay. So it is a star-filled night, but it is now fully night by this point. And this is just a small village. So you're really only getting the light from windows and starlight.
So.
Well, I'm describing what the conditions are like.
Right.
And the guy is pretty tipsy.
Yeah,
so he does not
just
seem
making
to
sure
notice
that it's
you.
not an act.
He doesn't seem to notice you. He does travel through town. Seems to be kind of humming to himself as he's going. And clearly takes a road out of town to farming houses. You can see farmhouses dotting here and there along this road. How far are you following him?
Oh, I'm following him all the way.
Okay. Okay. Then while you're doing that, anyone else in the back in the tavern doing anything? The inn?
I
Solas,
Hold on, Ockar?
probably just. I mean, if I'm hearing about weird stuff going on, or if I was informed about it, I'd probably be seeing what I can get out of some of the other tavern people, drinking with them, trying to get what information I can through just being a good drinking buddy.
Okay, so you can see a couple farmers eating and talking to each other, drinking a little bit, and go over, ask to buy him a drink, and sit down and talk, kind of thing.
Yeah, and try to steer the conversation in a way that lets me see if I can learn anything about what's going on.
Okay.
Is he a necromancer in disguise?
So one of the farmers says, after you kind of mention that the farmer who left was saying something weird. One of the farmers says, the hills they be haunted, I tells you. The ghosts from the war with the marches a century ago. That's what I think it is. You see lights out there sometimes.
Lights? So you think there are ghosts in the marshes?
Yeah, that's what I think. When old Prester disappeared, someone said that there were ghostly lights seen near the hills, the woods out that way. That's probably what it is. Ghosts.
Hmm. Okay. Well, thank you for that. I'll get them another drink before I go back to meet up with the other son.
Okay, so 4 copper pieces.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyone else?
I had another thing that I would inquire from the innkeeper.
Okay.
Basically, the lay of the land, what places are considered dangerous and such.
Nowhere's considered particularly dangerous, but
or haunted like that.
So the innkeeper will tell you that there's some talk about ghosts in the hills. He says, Young Dara was killed a year ago by bandits from the marches. Some people think those bandits are still around. They might be taking people, and people have said they've seen lights out that way. Believing it, those lights maybe are ghosts looking for someone to avenge her. I don't know. I don't put stock in hauntings and things like that. But overall, the hills up by the bog where they cut peat can be dangerous, but more so just if you're not paying attention to your footing. It's easy to accidentally step in something that seems solid and is actually quite deep, murky water, and then you never come out.
Yes, I can see that being a very dangerous.
So overall, the basic lay of the land is you've got some farmer fields, and those are stretching down towards the river where you came from, and then in the direction of the Martyrine Marches, you've got this bog area with some hills and some woods out that direction.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, I would basically the way I would inquire is that I would get a rough idea if we want to go and see things for ourselves, we would know where to go.
Yeah, well, I mean, it depends on where exactly you want to go. He also says, weather's been a bit dry lately. The western fields seem to be taking the brunt of it. The farmers out that way have been complaining that their crops aren't doing as well as the eastern fields.
Oh, that's not good if the farms are not doing well. Bad harvest can ruin the livelihood of people.
Oh, it can.
Well, I thank you for this information, and basically I buy a third mug and pay 1 copper extra.
Okay.
And then return to rest of the group and basically share what the bartender told me.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else doing anything while Solas was doing that?
I'm not sure Lankas would, because everyone seems to be pursuing things, so I don't think Lankas would get involved quite yet.
Okay.
But he'd be keeping an ear out to the other people's conversations, just trying to gather everything. Standing in the bar, though.
So, Lafdul, the farmer definitely goes up a road to a farmhouse and goes inside. You can reasonably conclude that that's probably his home.
I'll just go up to the door, listen, then see if he's talking to anyone. Then, if not, then I'll head back.
Okay. So he's definitely getting an earful from his wife.
Lafdul doesn't leave and instead listens. He's distracted now.
Lafdul discovered local drama and wants to see how it plays out.
Hey, it might make an interesting story. What's the guy complaining? What's his defense?
I was talking to some new people there. They bought me a drink. It was really tasty. I always go to the inn after working the fields for a pint with the boys. You know I do that. This is how I relax, especially with what the Laricians are planning. And she's having absolutely none of this whole Laricians talk. Does not believe any of it whatsoever. He needs to stop spreading rumors. That's what she's saying. And needs to be home earlier. They've got kids, and he needs to be putting them to bed too, and things like that.
Usual stuff. All right, that's fair enough.
Would you make your way
We'll
back
see
to
if
the
I
inn?
can...
Or
yeah, I probably would.
Okay.
Once it seems like it's died down, it seems like I shouldn't be bothered by it. Obviously, that stood out as slightly unusual, but the conversation, but that'll be about it.
Okay.
Head back.
So you'd get back to the inn as most of the local residents are, winding up their drinks, finishing up their drinks, and making their way out to head back to their homes.
Yeah, Braxon's gonna ask in the tavern if there's a place everyone has to go to, like a general store or a church or something. He's basically trying to see if there's someone he can check with who would be able to confirm how many people are missing.
Well, the tavern keeper is going to be pretty knowledgeable about that.
Okay, fair enough.
There appears to be only 4 people who've gone missing. Gathering a little bit more information, there was you'd heard from the farmer, Dellen and Mirlo. He was saying that maybe they ran off together because they were definitely romantically inclined towards each other. You'd learn that some people saw Mirlo taking a stroll one evening, but then no one saw him the next day, and people think that Dellen either went out to look for him or went out to meet him the following day.
Yeah.
Because she was seen the following day, but then not after. This Prester fellow, he was a tanner, widowed, and fairly old. His only kid had moved away, years ago, and he was quite irritable. And to be perfectly honest, you kind of pick up that no one's really sad to see him gone, but thinking that maybe he went to visit his kid. But at the same time, given his personality, it's weird that he wouldn't be back by now. There was, and then the fourth one was Senj. He was a wheelwright working on a finishing up repair for some wheels for a cart for a local noble. His wife and children had already gone to sleep, and some neighbors believe they saw him walking out of the village towards the hills.
Right. Oh, do we know where the house is for Singe?
Most of these people were like either in towns or like the
Oh, that's not this town. That's another town.
No, they're in this town, but like Prester and Senj were townsfolk rather than farmers.
Yeah.
And Mirlo was also like the son of one of the other townsfolk, whereas Dellen is the daughter of one of the farmers.
Yeah.
So and there's some rumors about lights being seen like in the around the woods, the bog, the hills, but lights in bogs is pretty common.
Yeah.
But so now that there's people talking about ghosts, hauntings, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Braxon's gonna thank the staff for helping him. He's gonna go back to the others and say, I'm wondering if we're dealing with a group like the Neogi kidnapping people, but it's quite low numbers.
I think Neogi might operate on I would think that Neogi would kidnap more people.
Yeah, I think they're more likely to take the whole village.
Yeah, they'd raid and then take everyone.
So we are if there's something strange going on, It might be just bandits, or it might be some monster.
Yeah,
But I don't think Nyogi or something like that, dangerous like that, is the case.
Yeah,
might
beast or something.
might be
I
worth
mean-
us meeting up with Finn tomorrow.
Well, would Finn have told us that he was going to the Grove tomorrow?
Yeah, he would have. But he's
So
also planning on casting a messenger spell and sending a message anyway. So
yeah,
And even like you could always stop by the inn and
mhm.
see everyone before you made your way off there, or offered them, to go or something like that.
Yeah, this thing you were saying about things drying out sounds like something odd's happening to the land.
I think there might be something to look into happening here. Too many too many things happening for it to be just just random.
Coincidence.
Yeah, coincidence.
Well, if someone's done something weird like diverting a river, Finn would be able to work that out. He's the expert on that sort of thing. If we got time, I'd like to visit the house of this Senge and
It's
see if
already
his family.
nighttime.
I know. Tomorrow, not now. They're asleep. I'd like to visit the family of this Senge and see if maybe he left some notes saying that he'd been called away to see someone.
Yep, you can definitely do that.
Mm-hmm. But I think we should first discuss with Finn.
Yeah.
So hopefully he stops by here before going off.
So Finn, you would definitely be getting the impression that something is off in the village.
Yep.
So,
and
but
Finn would make an offhand comment that knowing my friends, they've already stumbled onto it anyway.
So is everyone going to be like settling in for the night and then planning to do things in the morning, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Is do the doors to our rooms open inwards or outwards?
Inwards.
Okay, so Braxon's gonna offer everyone a wedge to wedge their doors.
They do all latch from the inside.
Yeah. He's still gonna offer a
Okay.
wedge.
Yep. No, I'm just letting you know.
On top of that.
Okay.
Braxon just wants a reason to use his wedges.
So, Finn,
I
they
get
do have
1 XP.
Finn, they do have a spare room for you to rest in. It is very much a guest room for people visiting, and you'd learn that they also plan to it'll become the kids' room if your brother Shay gets married and they have a family. And let's see, Lafdul, you and Luar are sharing a room, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Ockar and
Yeah.
Ingritha, you're sharing a room.
Yep.
Lankas and Darrakar, you're sharing a room.
Yes.
Okay, so that means Braxon and
Yep.
Solas are sharing a room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we agreed earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd be encouraging my apprentice to go out and get the Holisable on a relatively easy terrain.
Yeah.
Load of drunk, so you can't go wrong.
Yeah. So
just
like
a-
you two would both be able to get a new holy symbol.
Well, I wasn't too concerned about myself too much. I mean, I need to get one, but
just pocket one of the spoons.
he kind of needs to like start off on the easy targets,
Right.
to work his way up.
Yeah. No,
yeah,
that's
like
fine.
pocketing a spoon from the inn.
So, Solas, you wake in the middle of the night. It's dark. There's some sort of like soft sound, and it almost seems like a you hear a voice, wavering sound. Give me an intelligence check, please.
Mm-hmm. 1 over.
Okay. You can't quite make out what it's saying, but you strain your ears, focusing, like because of the like you're not like immediately waking up Braxon because you're not sure what you're hearing. You
Yeah.
woke up and you can hear it's a soft sound. Um,
Can I
and
hear estimation of where it's coming? What
it's
direction?
it's hard to say. It's hard to say. However, after like you can't. It doesn't seem like there's anyone else in the room other than Braxon. You don't think anyone has come in. Braxon, of course, wedged the door. But after a moment, you see a pale image appear in one corner of the room. It's very, very distorted, but you think it might be a face. Give me another intelligence check.
That's a success.
Okay. A kind of a buzzing voice seems to say, "Help me. Help me." And
Okay.
the image kind of fades away, and you see what you think is a hand beckoning you out into the darkness, like to leave the room.
Yeah, at this point I would wake Braxon.
Okay, and that is where we're going to wrap up the session.
Yeah, it was Lafdul.
Interesting.
All right.
That is intriguing.
So let's see. XP wise, that is going to be helps if my pencil works. Let's see. Lankas, you researched a first level spell.
Yes.
What is this? Analog note taking?
Oh yeah.
The best kind of note taking.
Solas, it was a third level spell for you.
Yeah, it was third level.
Okay, and Lafdul, third level for you.
Yep.
Okay.
Funnily enough, most of the mage spells that I've looked are in the third or fourth level range. But
Yeah, the third levels ones are really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is going to come out to be 200 experience for Braxon.
200. Okay, thank you.
300 for Ockar.
Mm-hmm.
700 for Finn. 200 for Lafdul plus 150 for your priest.
Oh, did I get any for successfully sneaking against the drugs man, or was that such a low
was for a
bar?
priest.
And,
It was such a low bar, and it really didn't get you anything. And in fact, you actually failed one of the rolls anyway,
oh,
but he
wow.
didn't notice.
That's good.
Solas 200 and 150 for your wizard. Lankas 250 for your wizard, and 200 for Darrakar. Anyone going up a level?
Not quite.
Wait, did our apprentices get anything? I can't remember.
Yeah, 100 each.
Alright, cool. It's so easy on my apprentice, just a straight 100, no modifiers.
I think Lafdul's apprentice's holy symbol should be Lafdul's sock.
That would work. Actually, that would work. Stealing from Lafdul would work.
Yeah, I know, and the god would allow it as well.
Okay, so when we come back next time, we'll go ahead and see what might be coming of this ghostly apparition that Solas saw.
Thanks for the game.
But that will be next week. I want to thank you guys for playing, and I want to thank everyone out there for watching.
And if it's Lafdul or Luau, they will feel the wrath.
Wow. You and your 7 strength.
Oh, but I have spells. The eternal equalizer for those of low strength.
Kind of equalizer. I don't know. We'll see. But
You're right. It could be a prank.
It's contextual.
we will see what happens next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you then.
Take care,
Thanks for the
everyone.
game.
Thanks for the game.
Thanks for the game.
Yep, thanks for the game. Although tensors